The AI technology has indeed emphasized its relevance across several industries in the globe, some of which includes finance industry, the technology industry, the blockchain, and of course the supply chain and health sector. Right, so in this presentation, I'll be focusing on the usage of AI in the supply chain industry. I am Patrick Claudius. So sit back, relax as I take you through this journey. Looking at the overview of the supply chain industry, essentially the supply chain industry covers the manufacturing of goods and everything that revolves around logistics. And so this includes material usage and logistics strategies, of course, the movement of the material from the point of extractions down to the manufacturing to the factory where the materials will be converted to raw or finished to converted to finished goods, and then movement of that finished goods down to the retailers or to the markets, as the case may be. And then of course the planning and movement that is revolves around in that same supply chain industry. And so this includes cost management, everything around transportation, making sure that there's ease of transportation from the point of sourcing raw materials down to the factory and then taking it down to the end users, and of course maintenance of factory equipment inside of supply chain. And then looking at the raw materials and inventory management. So this includes how to ensure that raw materials are efficiently utilized to avoid wastage, and to ensure that inventory is properly managed such that companies are not producing more than necessary, or that goods are not staying in the warehouse more than the time that is required. Is ensuring that raw materials and inventories are efficiently utilized to deliver optimum results. Right, so these are all of the things that the supply chain industry revolves around. So in summary, it talks about the manufacturing and everything around logistics. It talks about planning and movement of goods in and out of the warehouse or in and out of the factory where it is being produced. It talks about the raw materials that is involved in production, and of course ensuring that inventories are properly accounted for and managed properly. Right. Right, so moving on to my next slide, which is the use of AI in supply chain. Now looking at it in proper, one of the ways that AI has been used in the supply chain industry is the area of AI optimization and simulation. Right, so this is used to conduct assessment on the process to spot bottleneck, like assessment on the production or manufacturing process, to determine areas where bottleneck and challenges exist in the system. And so AI simulation allows for the process to be optimized for improved efficiency, like to improve production capacity, to eliminate areas where there are challenges. Right, so the simulation allow the process to be optimized to improve efficiency. For example, Google Supply Chain AI is designed to eliminate bottleneck in supply chain process through the creation of virtual warehouse. Right, so the virtual warehouse enables the management to see the virtual view of the entire factory or the entire manufacturing floor. Right, so processes can then be optimized and can be the way resources is being moved here and there. Right, so this can be seen virtually, and then areas where adjustments need to be made can be spotted from there to improve efficiency and to, of course, to significantly reduce cost in that regard. The second phase is in the aspect of quality management. So AI can also be used to improve production quality, optimization of production process to increase output with better precision, while using computer vision to ensure quality, right? So the use of computer vision in addition to AI can help to improve quality of product that is being manufactured. And this is particularly interesting, and this is something that is used in car manufacturing factories where computer vision is used to scan the entire to scan the car to detect areas where there is dent or there is defect in design. Right, so the precision help the computer vision technology helps in maintaining precision across the production chain. Fleet and delivery management, of course, using AI GPS tracking and to improve delivery efficiency. And so what this does is that the GPS, the AI GPS and system inside of fleet and delivery management helps to suggest better route, especially when goods, for instance, perishable goods are being moved from the factory down to the market or to the consumer, right? So some of these goods may not really have the capacity to stay for a long time inside of hot weather conditions such as the one that we have in Nigeria, or sometimes even cold condition. And so with the infusion of GPS inside of AI, right? So it means that drivers can get suggestions regarding routes that will be a lot easier for them to get to their destination in a timely manner. And so this is another usage of AI. The fourth option is regarding waste control and error management. Using AI and machine learning techniques, right? Material wastage can be used as AI and IoT can be integrated to automate production process to improve efficiency. So rather than using human effort that would have to resort to manual ways of measuring things, right? So leveraging on AI and IoT, right? So it means that the entire production process can be automated as it is done in car manufacturing industries, which would of course help to improve efficiency. And knowing that machine essentially can sustain production over a longer period, right? So it means that materials that has to be used up within a certain period can be used up within that period that is expected, because the machine will be able to sustain production for a longer period. And of course, what this can also do is that it helps to detect anywhere errors exist in the manufacturing facilities, especially using IoT, right? Together with sensors and sensors that is attached to such machine, right? So it can raise alarm as regards area where error or defect exists in manufacturing equipment, such that it doesn't break down or disrupt the entire production processes. Another option is that of predictive analysis. Using AI algorithm to analyze data from different sources can help to predict trend, to understand what customers are demanding for in real time, and to sort of support decision making when deciding on what to produce at every point in time, right? So it means that factories and the entire supply chain management process can know areas where to concentrate production efforts or what to bring to the market, as there's now access to a large amount of data that helps organizations to understand consumer behaviors, to understand what the market is looking for within and around the immediate society. And so this has become very useful. The usage of AI has been very helpful in this regards, as the entire supply chain industries can now have the ability to make predictive analysis of what is going on and to support their decision. And finally, in this regards, looking at autonomous drone delivery. I remember watching on TV recently when I saw that Amazon uses drone to deliver goods to customers across different cities in the US, and this has become very helpful, especially when trying to avoid traffic, especially when ordering for food items. This is something that has been very challenging to run a food delivery service in Nigeria. Has been very challenging, considering that this is usually a perishable items, and of course, for instance, if somebody works in the office and wants to place order for food that you're expecting to consume within the break time period in the office, navigating through all of the traffic and challenges that we have in Lagos can be very devastating or very discouraging. But using the autonomous delivery service that AI now offer supply chain, right? So it means that delivery can take place within a few minutes, and the food will still be able to maintain the kinds of temperature, either cold or hot, that is expected in that regard. And of course, this would help the entire system to be more efficient, and customers can get better value for their money. And so we then consider the potential issues and ethical concerns that of course bedevils the supply chain industries, especially when using AI technology. One of these includes bias and discrimination. AI system can be used to predict demand or optimize logistics routes, and of course this may be trained to this is usually trained on historical data, rather, that is that is biased to race or gender, you know imbalances and all of that. And so this would then lead to unfair and discriminatory outcome. And so some certain areas could, based on the perception that that area is that the set of people living in that area is maybe, oh, they're not so technologically inclined, or they're just all female, or it's not areas where you expect people who will be able to afford certain commodities would exist. So this bias could essentially cut off certain aspect of the society from enjoying the benefit that AI has to offer, right? So this is something that this is the potential issues that has to be mitigated upon when leveraging on AI in the supply chain industry. Another one is job displacement, of course, using technology across multiple sectors such as car manufacturing. I even mentioned of Amazon now using AI to deliver deliver items rather to customers. Of course, this means that certain professions who are in that line of delivery, perhaps dispatch rider, and those who are in charge of driving those delivery vehicles, it means they are now cut off from that chain. Individuals whose job has been in that line before, they are now being threatened as they may start losing their job to AI robot in that sense. And so this is what we're looking at. Eventually, AI may start leading to job displacement in the supply chain industry. Another aspect is that of disruption and privacy. Companies may collect and store large amount of sensitive data on suppliers. Of course, this is highly needed in order to be able to achieve every other benefit that AI has to offer. And so some of this data revolves around suppliers, customers, logistics provider, which could then be vulnerable to cyber attacks and breaches for those who want to attack for malicious purpose. And so this is something that has become of great concern in recent time with regards to the use of AI technology. And the last option in this regards is that there's still legal and regulatory compliance that organizations have to battle with. And so basically the legal and regulations are put in place to sort of address some of the ethical concerns that have been raised to some of these legal issues. This regulatory compliance are put in place to ensure that organizations are not laying people off because they want to give the job to robots or to AI. And so these are potential risks as management, if they're not careful in their AI adoption, maybe running afoul of regulatory and legal standards when looking at how they can save cost or how they can improve efficiency, right? So the infusion of AI, if not carefully considered from the perspective of legal and regulatory compliance, could expose organizations to breaking certain laws that has been put in place to address challenges in this industry or in the adoption of AI across several organizations, especially that of supply chain. And so in conclusion, generally speaking, I strongly believe that the AI technology can be used to improve operational efficiency, reduce costs, and increase visibilities and control in the supply chain industry. Additionally, AI does have great benefits that it can offer organizations, looking at it from the perspective of helping to respond swiftly and adapt to changing market conditions, ever-growing consumer demands, and changing behaviors and all of that. However, some notable risks and ethical concerns has equally been raised, which organizations are expected to comply with, and some of these include job losses, bias, cyber attacks, amongst others. Nevertheless, government and organizations across the globe are finding ways to respond to those challenges, and so we are expecting to continue to see constant engagement between stakeholders in the supply chain, that of the health sectors, and several other industries like finance, to be able to come up with regulatory standards that will help to deal with every of these concerns, the concerns from the ethical perspective, from legal and regulatory perspective. And all of these, if all of these are properly taken care of, we believe that the AI technology does have the answers to every possible challenges that may currently be existing in the supply chain industry, and essentially it is definitely bound to help in lowering production cost, which would of course be a great benefit to end consumer, as they would then be buying at a cheaper rate, even as the AI technology continue to witness evolving use cases. And these are the references used in preparing this presentation. I want to say a big thank you for taking time to listen to me. Do have a great day.